All right, Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome. So we are already live on YouTube. So I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for joining us today. Such a wonderful day. Of course, we're supposed to do the program in the morning due to some commitment. So I have to go to school and so we are postponed. Now we are doing it evening. So today we are gathered here on 31st July. Wow. End of July 2026. So we have gathered here to continue our discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, we got this Vijay fan, Jiva. Welcome, Jiva. So anyway, okay, so today is 31st July, and we are still in the month of the third day of what do you call what month is it? Chaturmasya. Okay, so Chaturmasya, I hope that you all are keeping up your vow, especially chanting. Chanting is very important. Increase your japa. Okay, so without further delay, so is there anyone like to express gratitude today? Of course, I didn't set up anybody. Shang Prabhu, you want to speak something? I see you unmuted.
Oh, sorry. I someone.
No, you want to express your gratitude today?
Not today. I can't do.
Anyone?
Sorry.
I mean, there's nothing to be pre-prepared. Just pick up. Anyone? No one. All right. So anyway, I would like to express my gratitude. I'm so grateful to Srila Prabhupada for creating this ISKCON movement and to translate this book into English tirelessly. So once he completed his entire compilation, I think he first compiled first and second canto, and his spiritual master, his divine grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada came to his dream and says, now you are ready, go to West. And just imagine, just with the first two cantos, he came and he conquered the world. And he given us the same opportunity here that this Srimad Bhagavatam is not an ordinary book, ordinary text. It is Krishna himself. The Krishna that you see in Goloka is exactly appearing right in front of us in the form of the Bhagavatam. So I'm so grateful to him. If not because of his causeless mercy, we might not be sitting here and happily discussing Srimad Bhagavatam. And of course, I'm so grateful to each and every one of you, wonderful devotees who have gathered here. So to enthusiastically, and we are doing it in Sandhya, right? The time where the twilight zone is a very auspicious time to chant or to read Srimad Bhagavatam. So somehow or other, we are always blessed. And I pray to my beloved Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, Sri Sri Nitai Gauramangal, Sri Sri Brajendra Nanda, Krishna, that they bless us quickly with Prema Bhakti. All right. So with that thought, let's start our program today. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamayam Dadati Swaparantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagarjadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidamscha Nama Om Shnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasachari Starine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaye Kripavdaye Krishna Sambandha Vikranadayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namasute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtai Dina Tarine Rupanuga Viruddha Pasiddhanta Dvantarine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambode Padambujaite Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Varaite Gaura Virbhava Bhumistum Nidasa Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarubhauma Sri Jagannathaya Te Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyacha Kripa Sindhubhyacha Paditanam Pavinibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo Mahamadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Karatise Namaha Pancha Tattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhaktavadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते ताप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री हरि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंद गोप कुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। जन्माद्यस्य तन्मयात् इतरश्चार्तेषु अभिजनस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्म हृदय आदि कवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारि मृदं यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा दाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तक्वाकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नस्तप्रयेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भागवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भावति नैष्टिकी। हरि ओम तत्सत्। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। नमो विष्णुपदे कृष्ण कृष्ण जय प्रताप स्वामी नामाचार्य प्रदाय कृष्ण प्रदाय। Hare Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. All right. So, okay. So, we're going to continue our discussion today. So, let's see. So, we are at this text 43. Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. All right. So, we are at the text 43 now. So, what we have read yesterday. Okay. Yesterday, we discussed about the another prayer. What is it? Tvayi me nanya vishaya matir madhu pade sakrit pratin utvathat adda gange vaugam udanviti. O Lord of Madhu, as the Ganges forever flow to the sea without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn to you without being diverted to anyone else. All right. So we had a very nice discussion about this, about the attention and how our attention sometimes usually get diverted. All right, in a non-godly activity and all these kind of things. So beautiful discussion we had. So today we're going to start with text 43. All right, this is consider the final prayer of Srimadi, final prayer of Queen Kunti. All right, let's look at this very beautiful verse. Shri Krishna, Krishna Saka, Vrishni Rashabhavani Druk, Rajanya Vangsha, the Anana Pavarga Virya, Govinda Godvija, Surarti Ravatara, Yogeshwara Kilo Guru, Bhagavan Namaste. All right, the translation is Sri Krishna, oh Sri Krishna, Krishna Saka. Okay, first is Sri Krishna, that means Sri Krishna. Then second is Sri Krishna Saka, the friend of Arjuna. Then Vrishni, descendant of Vrishni. Rishabha, the chief. Avani, earth. Druk, rebellious. Rajavangsha, dynasty of the kings. Dahana, annihilator. Anapavarga, without deterioration of. Virya, prowess. Govinda, the proprietor of Goloka Dham. So what is the word of Govinda means? Is the proprietor of the Goloka Dham. Go means cow. Dvija, the Brahmanas. Sura, the demigods. Artihara, reliever of distress. Avatara, that means one who descends as Yogeshwara or the master of the mystic power. Agila, universe. Guru or preceptor. Guru, preceptor means Guru. Bhagavan, the possessor. The word Bhagavan means the possessor of all opulence. Namaste, namaste, respectful obeisances unto you. Okay, let's look at the verse. Okay. Sri Krishna Krishna Saka Vrishni Rishabhavani Druk Rajanya Vangshada Anapavavarga Virya Govinda Godvija Surarti Haravatara Yogeshwara Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Shri Krishna Krishna Saka Vrishni Rishabhavani Druk Rajanya Vangshadananava Dahanana Pavarga Virya Govinda Godvija Surarti Haravatara Yogeshwara Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Again. Sri Krishna Krishna Saka Vrishni Rishabhavani Druk Rajanya Vangsha Dahanana Pavarga Virya Govinda Godvija Surati Haravatara Yogeshwara Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Okay, want to try?
Shall I, Prabhu?
Go ahead, Mataji.
Sri Krishna Krishna Saka Vrishni Risabhavani Duru Rajanya Vamsadana Bhavavarga Virya Govinda Govija Surati Aravatara Yogeshwara Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste.
Wow, very nice. Next. Maybe this verse you should write it down and try to memorize. Yes, Chandra Govinda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sri Krishna Krishna Saga Vrishni Sabhavani Truk
Hey, Vrishni Rishabha.
Rajan
Saka Vrishni Rishabhavani.
Saka Vrishni Sabhavani Truk.
இல்ல ரிஷ்ணி ரஷா வரல ரஷா.
அது வந்து இங்க வந்து ஷா போட்டிருக்கு பிரபு.
ஓகே, அதாவது ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ண கிருஷ்ண சகா
ஆம்.
விஷ்ணி அப்புறம் ரிஷபாவணி.
ரிஷா ரியா போட்டிருக்கு, உங்களுக்கு இங்க ஷா போட்டிருக்கீங்க.
ஓகே, அப்பனா விஷ்ணீர் ஷபாவணி. ஓ, விஷ்ணீர் ஷபாவணி. அப்படியா? விஷ்ணீர் ஷபாவணியா? ஓகே 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 ஓகே, ரைட் ரைட், ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே.
ராஜன்ய வம்ச தஹனான பவர்க்க வீர்ய கோவிந்த கோதிவிஜ சுரார்த்தி ஹராவதார யோகேஸ்வராகில குரு பகவன் நமஸ்தே.
Okay, very nice, very nice. So now I understand Vrishnir Shabhavani. Vrishnir Shabhavani. Oh, okay. Okay, next. You want to recite the verse?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Sri Krishna Krishna Saka Vrishnir Sabhavani Drug Rajanya Vamsada Anana Pavarga Virya Govinda Godvija Surarti Haravatara Yogeshwara Khila Guru Bhagavan Namaste.
Very nice, very nice. Next. Yes, Nandari Mataji.
Shri Krishna Krishna Saka Vrishnir Sabhavani Durg Rajanya Vangsada Anana Pavarga Virya Govinda Godvija Surarti Haravatara Yogeshwara Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste.
Wow, very nice. Anyone else? Okay. So now I would like to recite again one time and would like to dedicate to Kala Mataji. All right. Her mother passed away yesterday night. So she requests that please pray for her. So maybe at the background, we all can pray together and dedicate this reading to the late mother. Her name is Rami Amma Prabhu. Rami Amma Prabhu. All right. So Sri Krishna Krishna Saka Vrishni Rishabhavani Druk Rajanya Vangsha Dahanana Pavarga Virya Govinda Godvija Surarti Haravatara Yogeshwara Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. So beautiful verse, right? Okay, anybody with the translation?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
O Krishna, O friend of Arjuna, O chief amongst the descendants of Vrishni, you are the destroyer of those political parties which are disturbing elements on this earth. Your prowess never deteriorates. You are the proprietor of the transcendental abode, and you descend to relieve the distress of the cows, the brahmanas, and the devotees. You possess all mystic powers, and you are the preceptor of the entire universe. You are the Almighty God, and I offer you my respectful obeisances.
Yes, very nice. So, this is the, after all the prayers, now this is the final conclusion of the prayer of Queen Kunti. What she says, Oh Krishna, first she mentioned, Oh Krishna, you are a friend of Arjuna, and you are the chief among the descendants of Vrishni. So we understand that he is from Vrishni Kula. And not only that, you are also the destroyer of those political parties which were disturbing the element of the earth, right? Your prowess never deteriorates, okay? He's always powerful, never deteriorates. You are the proprietor of the transcendental abode. Okay. You are the proprietor of the transcendental abode, and you descend to relieve the distress of the cows, the brahmanas, and the devotees. You possess all mystic powers, and you are the preceptor of the entire world. That means the Guru, spiritual master for the entire universe. You are the Almighty God, and I offer you my respectful obeisances. You are Almighty God. So now, Queen Kunti, this is another example of the Supreme Personality, or the Supreme, the conclusion of the Supreme Personality. So here Queen Kunti also prays and says that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yogeshwara Akila Guru. Yogeshwara means you are a Supreme Controller. And Yogeshwara, Yoga Ishvara. Then Agila. That means all the universe, Agilathika, Agilande. And you are a Guru. You are a spiritual master, preceptor. At the same time, you're also a Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And to you, I offer my pranam, namaste. All right. So now, yeah. And the same time, so this is the, so to that. But before that, who are you? You are also Govinda. Govinda means what? You are the proprietor of the Goloka Vrindavan. You are the owner of the Goloka Vrindavan. And you are also the one who pleases the cow. Go means cow. Dvija means who? Dvija means the Brahmanas. Okay? And you're here to kill all the Rajavamsa, the non-Pavarga Virya, all the kings and all the Rajavamsa, all these useless people, all you try to kill them, all the political party. All right? And you are Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna and also Krishna Saka. Krishna Saka means you are the friend of Arjuna. Saka means friend. And you are from Vrishni Kula. All right? So this is the thing. So what we can understand, see what our Prabhupada writes, our Acharya Srila Prabhupada writes. He says, a summary of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is made herein by Srimadi Kunti Devi. So please note this prayer. First thing in the morning, you can also recite this one prayer, because Queen Kunti's prayer is all fantastic prayer. Okay, so fantastic. Now, now we are going to see all the prayers of the great devotees. So now, first we started off what? In the previous chapter 7, we started off with the prayer of Uttara. Arjuna prayed, then Uttara prayed. And Draupadi being merciful. And this chapter, we are saying, Queen Kunti is praying. The prayers of Queen Kunti. Then the next one, the next chapter, we're going to see Bhishma Dev prayers. It's very powerful prayers, Bhishma Dev. So we are starting off with all the praise and all the glories of Krishna. So the entire things about Sri Krishna has been simply summarized here. All right, he's made it here. So what Prabhupada says, the Almighty Lord has his eternal transcendental abode. First thing we must remember, the Almighty Lord, he got his eternal place. Right? He got his eternal place. In that eternal place, he is engaged with keeping a Surabhi cows. Go. Okay, in that transcendental abode, he is engaged in keeping Surabhi cows. Chintamani Pragara Satmasu Kalpa Vriksha Laksha Vresetu Surabhir Abhipalayantam. There's so many Surabhi cows. Surabhi cow is the most, what they call is a supreme cow. Sometimes you can see in any Hindu house, you see one big cow with all the devatas inside. Have you seen that? Okay, the head for somebody in the udder, Lakshmi and all this the thing. Right? They say when you worship Surabhi cow, you consider you worship the entire devatas, 33 million devatas, all of them. Along with Sri Krishna. But there is keeping the cow called Surabhi. Right? And at the same time, is served by hundreds and thousands of goddess of fortune. So Prabhupada is now quoting here Brahma Samhita. Chintamani Pragara Satma Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Vritesu Surabhir Abhipalayantam. Lakshmi Sahasra. Lakshmi means what? All that goddess of fortune. Sahasra means thousands of them. So hundreds and thousands of goddess of fortune. He served and he descended on the material world to reclaim the devotees. Prabhus and mothers, please pay attention to this prayer. At the same time, to annihilate the disturbing elements in the groups of political parties, kings who are supposed to be in charge of administrating work. So what does that mean? Okay. So Krishna is here. Okay, let me see. So first, he is engaged in keeping. He is keeping his Surabhi cow. He is served by hundreds and thousands of goddess of fortune. For goddess of fortune. Right? By the goddess of fortune. He descend. He descend means what? He came down by his own will. All right? To this material world. For what? To reclaim his devotees. That is the goal. To reclaim his devotees. If any one of us are decided to become a devotee of the Lord, you are protected. It reminds me about a story, right? A friend of mine who's also my former trader, is now big timer, a Chinese bodied person, quite a figure in Ipoh. The sister became a US citizen. And she came down during that a few years ago, the Chinese New Year, she came down, we all met. And she was telling, I said, so why you become what is the advantage of being an American citizen? American citizen. So you're so proud to be American citizen. Why give up your Malaysian citizenship? She said only one thing. Once we become an American citizen, anywhere in the part of the world, when we are in trouble, all right, the whole nation, the whole military power will come just to save you one person. So we are under the protection of an American government, the richest, the most powerful government in the world. It's a kind of protection, assurance. They're so proud. So like that. So similarly, once we become a devotee, of course, this pathetic reflection. Now, once we become a devotee, what happened? Krishna will come, first send his representative, and somehow or other, he want to come, he descend to the material world to reclaim his devotees. And who are these devotees? You and I. And not only that, once he want to reclaim the devotee, he also got something else to do. He also annihilate the disturbing elements. Right? The most disturbing element in a human society is usually the political parties, the ministers or the king, who is supposed to be in charge of administration work. Now you see, lot of the leaders of the society, the ministers, the king and everything, they are all rotten. And they always like to come up with this kind of atheistic view. They create so much of trouble. Like for instance, like in South India, Tamil Nadu, the former atheist government, right, by these rascals, Stalin, Karnanidhi, Stalin, all these, they're pure rascals. They almost destroy the entire Sanatan Dharma in the south. They almost destroyed. And so they are the atheistic government. Right? So these are the people who give trouble. Their job is not to keep you peace. We all want to become a spiritual leader, but you see, but so far so good. In this country, we don't have that kind of problem. There are so many countries that suppress religion. Like in China, you're not allowed to practice religion. We talk about other countries like, like, okay, now Russia is okay, but those days. So it came to annihilate, to destroy this thing, right? So it came to annihilate. Then he creates, he maintains, and he annihilates by his unlimited energy. He creates the new thing, and he annihilate his he maintains, then he destroys everything. But despite all these, he still always full with prowess and does not deteriorate in any potency. Right? Even he destroy everything, he do everything, he do not loses his energy. So now Prabhupada is quoting from where? Ishopanishad. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamevasya Purnameva Vashishyate. Right? Even that's all the expansion of the expansion of the expansion, but it still remain as the complete whole. Then Prabhupada says, the cows, the brahmanas, and the devotees of the Lord, they are all objects of his special attention, because they are very important factor for the general welfare of living beings. So once a person becomes a devotee, he becomes, okay, he's no longer live a private life. He become like public property. He always like to go out and serve, preach, and to create more and more devotees. Okay, so what Prabhupada writes here is very important thing. The cows, brahmanas, and the devotees of the Lord. Right? So since we are all devotees of the Lord, we are all is the object of his special attention. So what we can understand from this, we should simply live life fearlessly. We should not lament. We should not think, oh, what's going to happen to me? How the thing going to happen to me? Even you are just a very neophyte, just starting off devotee. Still, you can have that kind of trust. And imagine if you are a serious devotee. You are chanting your prescribed rounds every day, right? You are eating prasadam. You are worshipping the Lord, chanting every day, and read Srimad Bhagavatam. Where do you stand, Prabhus and Mothers? Right? So you all are extraordinary. Okay? Any questions so far on this? My throat is still recovering from a sore throat. I mean, yesterday I was really loose. I lost my voice. So any questions so far on this text 40? You see, you all good? Okay. All right. Okay. So let's continue the next one. Text 44. Now text 44 onwards. Now the prayers is over. So now Sutta Goswami he start to speak now. Sutta Vacha Prityayetam Kalapadai Parinuta Kilodaya Mandang Jaha Savai Kunto Mohayanniva Mayaya. Please read the translation.
Sutta Goswami said, the Lord, thus hearing the praise of Kunti Devi, composed in choice words for his glorification, mildly smiled. That smile was enchanting as his mystic power. Hare
Mystic
Krishna.
power. Yeah. So what is the thing? Prataya by Prata, Kunti Itam, this Kalapadai by chosen word. Parinuta, being worshipped. Agila, universal. Udaya, glorious. Mandam, mildly. Jahasu, smile. Vaikunta, the Lord. Mohayam, captivating. Alright? That is the Lord Mohayam, captivating. Okay, like by the mystic power. So what we can understand from these Prabhus and mothers? Please pay attention to this verse. Sutta Goswami said the Lord, thus hearing the prayers of Kunti Devi, and she prayed from composed in choice words. It's not an ordinary prayer. For his glorification, what he did, he mildly smiled. And that smile was enchanting as his mystic power. That means the smile is as enchanting like his mystic power. All right. So let's look at the purport here. So anything that is enchanting in the world is said to be a representation of the Lord. Okay. Anything that is beautiful, captivating, it is supposed to be a representation of the Lord. The conditioned soul who are engaged in trying to lord it over the material world are also enchanted by his mystic powers. Who? The conditioned soul who try to become the leader, who try to become the lord of the material world. They also somehow or other enchanted by his mystic power. But his devotees are enchanted by different ways by the glories of the Lord. And his merciful blessings are upon them. His energy is displayed in different ways as electrical energy works in a manifold capacities. So, Srimati Kunti Devi has prayed to the Lord just to enunciate the fragment of his glories. Right? So, Kunti Devi, what she did? She prayed to the Lord just to enunciate, just to highlight only a fragment, only a point of his glories. All his devotees worship him in that way by chosen words. That means all his devotees worship him in that way by a chosen words. And therefore, the Lord is known as Uttama Shloka. Alright? Uttama Shloka. No amount of chosen words is sufficient to enumerate the Lord's glory. And yet, he is satisfied by such prayer as the Father is satisfied even the broken linguistic attempt of the growing child. So what we can understand from here? Right? He is satisfied by such prayer, even the things come from a broken linguistic attempt, just like the growing child. So even sometimes when you cannot chant the word properly, we cannot utter the word properly, it doesn't matter. But you simply satisfy the Lord. Right? So now the word Maya is used both in the sense of delusion and mercy also. Okay, now let's look at this. The word Maya is also used both in the delusion, that means to delude a person, but at the same time also we use as a mercy. So now the word Maya is used to sense of Lord's mercy upon Kunti Devi. Right? Used as Kunti Devi. All right. The word is what? Maya. So Mohayan Iva Mayaya. All right. Okay. Now let's look at the next verse because I got a point to make, but let me see the next verse. All right. Tambadam ityupa mantrya pravishya gajasavayam striyaschas svapurang yasyan premna rajna nivarita. Tam, all those, badam accepted, iti this, upamantriya, subsequently informed, pravishya entering, gaja avayam, gajasta herayana, palace. Oh, there's a palace called Striya cha, other ladies. Striya means ladies. Swapuram, own residence. Hasyan, while starting for Premna in love, Rajana by the king, Nivarita stopped. Right? So now please read the translation.
Thus, accepting the prayers of Srimati Kunti Devi, the Lord subsequently informed other ladies of his departure by entering the palace of Hastinapura. But upon preparing to leave, he was stopped by King Yudhishthira, who implored him lovingly. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Now, what happened? Thus, accepting the prayers of Srimati Kunti Devi, after he accept the prayers, the Lord subsequently informed other ladies of the departure. He told everybody, okay, I'll start to leave. And by entering the palace of Hastinapura, and the palace of Hastinapura is called as Gajavayam. All right, Gajastha Herana Palace. All right, I don't know. But upon preparing to leave, he was stopped by the king Yudhishthira, who implored him lovingly. Okay, so no one is actually want to let him go. All right, so now what we can understand from here, the purport here, it says, no one could make Lord Krishna stay at Hastinapura when he decided to start for Dwaraka. No one could make the Lord, can stop him. But the simple request of King Yudhishthira, the Lord remained there for a few days more, was immediately effective. So now, this signifies the power of the king's loving affection, which his Lord could not deny. The Almighty God is thus conquered only by loving service and nothing else. He is fully independent of all his dealings, and he voluntarily accepts the obligation of loving affection of his pure devotees. So what he says. So now, after hear all the prayers and everything, he was thinking of leaving. Then he told the other ladies, okay, I'll make a move. So what happened in his heart? Somehow or other, he decided to considering, let's put up another 1 or 2 days. So when he was about to leave, all right, so he was stopped by the king Yudhishthira. So when the king Yudhishthira, because what Prabhupada writes here, no one could make the Lord stay. No one can make the Lord stay in Hastinapura. Okay, but just the simple request of the king Yudhishthira, and the Lord remained there. How is that possible? When everybody is saying, and suddenly say, okay, it's a process of convincing, right? That means after listening to the praise of Queen Kunti, he somehow or other made up his mind, but he was just thinking, okay, I'll make. But when Yudhishthira stopped him, he said, that's it, I'm not going to go. He stayed another few more days. So what Prabhupada writes here, this is significant of the power of the king loving affection, which the Lord could not deny. He could not deny. Because the God is conquered only by the loving service. You only can be conquered, the God, Krishna only can be conquered by the loving service. Not by opulence, by putting all the gold, diamond, making some big yagya, lavish. You can't attract him. He only be attracted by the love. So what we can understand from him? Once Krishna fall in love, you can arrest him. Krishna can be arrested and locked in your heart. Therefore, in our what they call attempt, we can go up to the level of bhava, but prema Krishna has to give. And how Krishna gives prema? When his premi tells him. Who is his premi? Srimati Radharani. Tells, my dear Lord, look at this boy. Right? Look at this boy. Look at Ananda Sundari. Look at Prema. Look at Chandra Govinda. Look at Chaitanya Daya. Look at Rajendran. Look at that Krishna Kumari. Look at Mangala Rukmani. Look at that Muru. Look at Nagarajan. Look at Nanda Devi. Look at Purna Rupini. Look at Valli Amai. Look at Satya Saraswati. Look at Saravanan. Look at Sadguna. Look at Sundari. Look at Vaishnava Kripa. Look at Vismamala. They are so sincerely calling upon your name. They keep asking, begging me, my Lord. And the Krishna says, so give the prema to them. I want them to be with me. All right. So once Srimati Radharani say yes, that's it. That's why when we chant Hare Krishna, Hare is Radharani. Oh, Mother Radha, please engage me. Connect me to the all beautiful Krishna. And that Krishna is the reservoir of all pressure, Rama. I want that. Please connect me to him. Right? When you do few rounds a day, just few times, okay, then Radharani will forget. But what happens if you go on bugging her? The more and more you chant, because this mantra itself, love. Love and Maha Mantra, there's no difference. The Maha Mantra is love, love is Maha Mantra. When we go on chanting Hare Krishna, what actually happened? It purifies your mind. How? It purifies your intelligence. How? It makes you sober. How? When you are filled with love. When a person is in great love, there is no ahankar, there's no ego, right? There is no frustration, there's no lamentation, there's no hankering. A girl who are from a very rich background can simply marry a man from a very poor background. We have seen that, right? We have seen that people who are like rich girl suddenly fall in love with an ordinary guy, right? She lives in a palace and follow the boy and willing to stay in the hut. Why is that so? Because the love, right? Because the love. When it comes to love, nothing matters. The soft bed that she used to sleep doesn't matter. The father's affection that the mother's love doesn't matter. The kinsman, the food, and all the opulence doesn't matter. The only thing that matters, love. And once the person in love, nothing in this life actually matters. He's willing to give up everything. So that's why we all are looking for love. In our attempt to go into the loving service, there'll be a lot of challenges will come. Frustration, betrayal, fellow devotees. So always keep this in my mind, in your mind. I'm sorry, I must remind myself, I keep this in my mind. What is my ultimate goal here? I am going and looking for my long lost lover. I'm looking for my father who loves me. Long lost lover. Right? And I'm traveling from one town to one town. Every time we're taking birth, like today I was listening to one class by Hari Prasad Prabhu. He said, every reincarnation, every birth that you take, you are actually looking for your original self. Siddha Pranali. You are looking for your original self. We are taking birth or this, but sometimes we go into abominable birth. Okay? Why? Indirectly, somewhere deep in our mind, we are looking to find our lost self. But sometimes in that search of our lost self, sometimes we can get straight away. We become straight. Suddenly we see something glittering. We're supposed to go. But suddenly you see something beautiful. Okay, wait a minute. I just go there and get stuck, finish. All right? So like that. So that is our ultimate goal in life. And that's supposed to be our goal. In that process of finding our lost relationship, nothing should matter. And we should go on pray to Srimadi Radharani. We only got one clue. Srimadi Radharani can give you that prema. And that also if she recommends. Sometimes you're going to ask the man, he doesn't want to help you, but you're going to ask his wife. The wife says, pity the fella, just help him once. Really? All right. Because when the wife says, the husband usually abides. So it only can be conquered by the loving service. That's all. You can never conquer Krishna in any other way. Because Prabhupada said, and nothing else you can use to conquer Krishna. Because he is fully independent in all his dealings. He is fully independent in all his dealings. But he voluntarily accepts obligation. But sometimes he can voluntarily accept obligation. How? By the loving affection of his pure devotees, Prabhus and mothers. By his loving affection of his pure devotees. All right. So what is the key point? Affection. So through the affection of the pure devotee, all right, loving affection of the pure devotee, he accepts that obligation. Right? So in order for us to become to that level, to go to the level of pure devotee, what is it? Pure devotee means? Right? Pure devotee means what? Okay, how to understand? We are talking about, oh, be a pure devotee. What is pure devotee? What is this? What is this pure devotee? Pure devotee means a devotee who do not have any anarthas. That means he don't have, especially, he don't have envy. Envy is the most dangerous behavior. Today also I shared this thing, that envy. How to get rid of envy. There's a class by Bhakti Dhira Swami. So, envy, frustration, hankering, expectation, name, fame, I, my, all these thoughts. I am great. I'm an Indian. I'm a Chinese. I'm a Malaysian. I am this. I am that. I and mine. All these things are all anarthas. When we simply give up all the anarthas and simply depend at the lotus feet of the Lord. Okay? And once you become free from all anarthas, that's the time that you become a pure devotee. That's when you can express your affection, your love in the actual way. And that affection attracts the Lord. So the praise of Queen Kunti is very powerful. The praise of Queen Kunti, please try to write it down somewhere and start to recite every day, or at least try to understand the meaning behind it. Just see how much of prayer and prayer and the surrender. And the next week when we go to study about Bhishma Dev, you understand the men who are dying. All right? The revelation of a dying man. Because while person alive, they can tell you a lot of stories. But when the person going to die, he got nothing to hide. It's a very beautiful prayer you can see in the next verse, the next chapter. Right? Now let's look at 46. Okay? Vyasadyer Ishvare Hajnai Krishne Nadbhuta Karmana Prabodhito Piti Hasair Nabudhyata Suchar Pita. Right? Please read the translation. It's all very straightforward.
King Yudhishthira, who was much aggrieved, could not be convinced, despite instructions by great sages headed by Vyasa and the Lord Krishna himself, the performer of superhuman feats, and despite all historical evidence. Hare Krishna.
All right. So, now, from 45, okay. So now he agreed to stay back. Now what happened? Now, few seen after. All right. So what happened now? Coming to the story of King Yudhishthira. King Yudhishthira. This King Yudhishthira, who was very much aggrieved. He was so sad. He could not be convinced despite instruction by the great sage Vivasa and even by Lord Krishna. The performer of the superhuman. Okay, despite all historical evidence. All right. Now, you may wonder, hey, look at this. Just now, we are reading text 45, which says that accepting the prayer of Kunti Devi, the Lord says bye-bye to all the ladies and want to go. Suddenly the king says, please stay, and he stayed. Now, coming to the thing which is not relevant, doesn't stick to the previous. Okay, now because this now we must remember, we are passing after few scenes. Right, now coming to the story of Yudhishthira. Now, Krishna agreed to stay. All right, now what happened to Yudhishthira now? Are you following me on this, Prabhus and Mothers? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I said? All right. Who don't understand? Who don't understand? All right. Okay, everyone understand, eh? Okay, great. Because one story is supposed to continue. Now it's no. Now it's state. Then after few scenes later, after few story later, now coming to the story of Yudhishthira. Okay. Now Yudhishthira, he feels so guilty. Okay, he was so much in grief. He cannot be convinced means what? People are trying to pacify him. It's okay, you're already the king. Because to be the king, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to kill. And that's what he did. But he was so aggrieved, so much sad. Just to conquer the kingdom, he need to kill so many people. It feels so bad. His heart feels so heavy. Even cannot be convinced. All right. Even given instruction by the great sages by Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is supposedly their grandfather. We'll study that later, how he became his grandfather. Vyasadeva spoke to him, cannot be convinced. And even Lord Krishna, console him. And how he said, okay, and despite all historical evidence, he gave all the historical evidence, just like how Krishna spoke to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. But he cannot be convinced. Okay, I hope you all are following me. If you don't understand, please stop me. This leads to the next chapter. Very important, the final part of this chapter. Okay, now, the pious king Yudhishthira was mortified. What is mortified? All right? When we talk about just the ordinary frustration and everything, all right? Or just sad, or we can say frustrated, or devastated, all these are considered still bad. Mortified means what? Mortified is extreme guilt. Extremely guilty. Mortified. Right? He was extremely guilty, extremely frustrated, and the heart is killing him. Manasache namla kolludhu andha mari. Mortified. And those who are mortified, usually even they can kill themselves. They went to that level. And imagine he's so frustrated, he's sitting and crying, he just don't know what to do. Thinking about the war. So many people died so that I can sit on this throne and wear the crown. What is the point? Because of the mass massacre. Mass means what? Huge, many. Massacre means what? Killing of human being in the battle of Kurukshetra. If I'm not mistaken, 64 million people killed in action. Once we did the calculation, right? Can anyone correct me? 64 million, right? In Kurukshetra.
It's in the next line, Babu.
Oh, it's here. Oh, okay. All right, okay. Oh, it's the word is here. All right. So there's so many people mass massacre human, especially on his account, so that he can sit there as a king. So Duryodhana was there on the throne and he was doing well in his administration. So what Prabhupada says that Duryodhana was doing a good job. As a king, he ruled the country properly. So in one sense, there's no need for fighting. Right? Like now in India, Modi is doing well. But sometimes the jokers want to kick him out and want somebody else to come. What is the point? I mean, in Kali Yuga, everybody is stupid. I mean, those people who are involved in politics and support the politician, they are all crazy fellows. But now we are talking about this one. So there's no need of fighting actually in one sense. But on the principle of justice, Yudhishthira has to be replaced. The principle of justice. So the whole clique of political centered around this point, and all the kings and residents of the whole world, all the kings and the residents of the whole world became involved in the fight between the rival brothers. What we can understand from this fight between the rival brothers means this is the world's largest, extremely world's largest and world's most horrible civil war. And the civil war, within 18 days, many people died. It's a civil war, fight among family members. Lord Krishna was there also in the side of Yudhishthira. He said that in Mahabharata Adi Leela, I don't know what is Adi, chapter 20, that 6.4 million men were killed in 18 days of the battle of Kurukshetra. All right? 6.4 million. And not only that, even some hundreds of thousands were missing. That means what? They were cut into pieces. 6.4 million, but of course, I heard my mentors telling 64 million. I'm not sure. But anyway, we just stick to this 6.4 million.
It's
When you
put
read
down
Srimad-
as 640 million, Babu.
Where, Prabhu?
It's written down as 640 million.
Oh,
In the
oh,
book
in the
is
book, it's
640
640
million.
million.
Prabhu. Yeah, in the book.
Oh, here it written 6.4 million. Oh, okay. Adi Parva. Okay, there's no wonder. All right, in the book, it's written 640 million men were killed in the 18 days of the battle, and some 100,000 were missing. That means, all right. So now, okay, now we under, okay, now that means those who don't have this, okay, this is not the thing. Right here, it's supposed to be 640, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This much of people, 640 million people. Malaysia, we have 32 million people. Imagine 640 million and some hundreds of thousands. Okay, and this is correct. And men were killed in the 18 days in the battle, and some hundreds of thousands were missing. At the same time, some hundreds and thousands were missing, couldn't find, because during the war, if you read Srimad Mahabharata, they also released Brahmastra. When the Brahmastra dropped, boom, exploded, all torn into pieces. There's so many 100,000 were missing. All right. So this is the world's greatest battle within 5,000 years. And all these battles were fought and everyone died in where is it? 18 days. Okay. The whole involved in the king, rival brothers. In 18 days. 18 days, 640 million people killed. Wow. Okay. World War II, 4 years, 4+ years. Almost 100 million men died. But here, 18 days, imagine. When you read Mahabharata, the war scenery is very gory. Right? When Krishna will jump down from the chariot, he take the wheel, wanted to kill Bhishma. And it's mentioned the area was a river of blood. It's like it's flowing river of blood. Right? Anyway. So practically this was the greatest battle the world within 5,000 years. So Prabhupada says this mass killing simply to enthrone Maharaj Yudhishthira. 640 million people died just that Maharaj Yudhishthira can become the king. And this was too mortifying. He was so mortified, so frustrated, so guilty. The guilt that burning him. So he tried to be convinced by the evidence from the history of the great sages like Vyasa and the Lord himself. Because, and what their justification, the fight was just because the cause was just that. It's just because of the fight. But Maharaj Yudhishthira would not be satisfied. He said, no, still I feel very guilty. Even though he was instructed by the great personalities of that time. Krishna is designated herein as the performer of superhuman action. He can do a lot of superhuman. But this is not the particular instant neither he or Vyasa could convince King Yudhishthira. Even Krishna and Vyasa couldn't convince him. Thank God Krishna didn't go. If Krishna only left Dwaraka, wonder what will happen to what they call this Yudhishthira. So, but does that mean that he failed as a superhuman actor? No. Certainly not. The interpretation is that the Lord is Ishvara or the Supreme Soul, both the heart of the King Yudhishthira and Vyasa. And okay, because the Lord is Ishvara or the Super Soul, both in the heart of King Yudhishthira and Vyasa perform still more superhuman action. Krishna is the Lord, Vyasa is also the incarnation of the Lord. So as Super Soul, the King Yudhishthira did not allow the king to be convinced. So as a Super Soul, That means as a Paramatma in the heart of Yudhishthira, Krishna actually didn't allow the king to be convinced. He tried to tell, but he in the heart tell Yudhishthira, no, cannot, don't be convinced. You understand what I mean? All right. So by the words of Vyasa and others, including himself, wow, Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Do you know why? Because he's setting a scene. He's setting an example that he desired that the king to hear instruction from the dying Bhishma Dev. Because he wants he to go to the Bhishma, because that's the next chapter, who was another great devotee of the Lord. Because he wants him to talk. He wants him to hear the instruction from the dying Bhishma Dev. And that also for our benefit. We're going to benefit a lot from his talking. So the Lord wanted that the last stage of his material existence, the great warrior Bhishma Dev to see the Lord personally. The another reason is because, all right, the another reason is because the Lord wanted that the last stage of the Bhishma, all right, the final moment, Krishna wants to go and give his audience, or in Tamil we call Kachi Kudukkradhu. Bhishmarku Kachi Kudukkradhukku ready irukkaru. All right, to show his this thing. And the Lord personally, as well as beloved grandchildren. So he wants to go there and stand in front of Bhishma Dev and to talk to him. All right, and personally as well as his beloved grandchildren. That is Yudhishthira and etc. So now situated on the throne, and thus pass away very peacefully, so that the grandfather can pass away peacefully. Now, Prabhupada says Bhishma Dev was not at all satisfied with the fight against the Pandavas. Bhishma personally was not happy with the fight. Who his beloved fatherless grandchildren. Pandavas don't have father. Pandu died young. But the Kshatriya are also very stern people. Kshatriyas are very stern. They never compromise. So he was obliged to take the side of Duryodhana, because he was maintained at the expense of Duryodhana. What does that mean? When Duryodhana became a king, Duryodhana took care of his grandfather. So since the Duryodhana was taken care by the Bhishma was taken care by the grandson, he have no choice but to abide. In Tamil, there's a sentimental, right? Avan kaiyala uppu saapte, viswasama irukano. Sometimes in Tamil movies, all these kind of clowns will be telling, you know, like, oh, our kaiyala uppu saapte. Our aki potte na rendu vai saapte. Na avante viswasama irukano. Or in other words, he have taken care of me, I have to be loyal to him. That is quite a character of Kshatriya. But besides that, the Lord also desire that King Yudhishthira to be pacified. Nobody can pacify Yudhishthira. He is mortified. So Krishna wants Yudhishthira to be pacified by the words of Bhishma Dev, so that he could see Bhishma Dev excel in all knowledge, including Lord himself. So that means he also wants the grandson to see, actually the grandfather is so learned and highly elevated. He wants the son to see it. All right. Any questions, please? Do you all follow me? All good? All right. Okay, great. All right. I think we can finish this chapter by today. 47, 49, 50, 51. All right. Okay. 47. Aha, aho raja dharma sutas. Chintayan suhirdang vadam. Prakrtenatmana vipra. Sneha moha vasham gata. All right. Please read the translation. Translation, please.
King Yudhishthira, son of Dharma, overwhelmed by the death of his friends, was aggrieved just like a common materialistic man. O sages, thus deluded by affection, he began to speak. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So now, King Yudhishthira, the son of Dharma. Okay, now who is Dharma now? I spoke about it before. Kunti Devi had the power that she can call upon any devas and to bear a child. When Durvasa gave that power to her, she simply tests the power. And through the testing, she looked at the son she called. That's how the Karna was born. But the Karna was born before she was even married. So put it on the thing and went somewhere else. Then after the husband about to die, and then and she told the husband that he got that power with the husband's permission. She said, "I mean, call upon these devas and start a child, because Kshatriya shouldn't be childless. It's very dangerous. He cannot. The dynasty cannot end." Right? So then what happened? She looked upon the west, she called upon Dharma. Dharma is who? Yamaraj. So Yamaraj came and gave her Yudhishthira. That's why Yudhishthira got another name called Dharmaraj. Right? So what it says here? Aha, Yudhishthira Dharma Sutta, the son of Dharma or Yamaraj. Right? Then after that, she looked upon the Vayu. And that through the Vayu, the wind got, she got Arjuna. Bhima. Right? And she called upon, and she looked upon the king of heaven, Indra. She begot Arjuna. And she gave that mantra to his co-wife, Mandari. And she looked at Ashwini Kumaras, the twin, the celestial twins. Called upon them, and that's how they got Nahula Sahadeva. Alright, anyway, we'll study that as we go on. So the Yudhishthira, the king of Dharma, was overwhelmed by the death of his friends. He's overwhelmed, so sad. And at the same time, he was so aggrieved. He was so sad, so grieving, just like a common man. O sages, thus deluded by affection, he began to speak. Now, Yudhishthira began to speak. See what our Acharya Srila Prabhupada writes. King Yudhishthira, though he was not expected to become aggrieved like a common man, it's not expected from him. Because he deluded by worldly affection. He was deluded. So what we can understand, any worldly affection will put us in delusion. All the worldly affection towards my wife, my children, my house, my community, my country, my property, my name, my fame, when we put our heart in any of these things, we will end up deluded. Because this is what usually the attitude of common men. All right? And this can cause grieving. It creates grievousness. So worldly affection, deluded, common, we go forward and we come backward. Right? But all these things happen. Why? Because this was the will of the Lord. Just like how Arjuna also apparently deluded. Right? The will of Lord said, Arjuna confused him and he started crying, then he spoke Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Arjuna also was deluded. So the man who sees knows it well that the living entity is neither the body nor the mind nor the transcendental to the material conception of life. What does that mean? Prabhupada says, the living entity is neither the body. First of all, we must understand we are not this body. We are not this mind. But who are we? We are the transcendental material, transcendental to the material conception of. That means transcendental means we are above that. We are above. Transcendental means above the three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, ignorance. All right. Then Prabhupada says, the common man thinks of violence and also non-violence in terms of the body. He thinks of violence and non-violence according to the body. And this is the kind of delusion. It's also kind of confusion. Everyone is duty bound. Everybody got a duty to perform. Not everybody is free. So according to one's occupational duties, a Kshatriya is bound to fight. Kshatriya must fight for the right cause. And that is also regardless of the opposite party. In such discharge of duty, one should not be disturbed by annihilation of the material body. So in that discharge of duty, when someone is getting killed, getting cut into pieces, one should not be disturbed, which is the only external dress of the living soul. Right? All this was perfectly known. All this known very nicely by Yudhishthira. He knows this very well. But by the will of the Lord, he just became like a common man. Just by the Krishna's desire, he became act like a common man. Because there was another great idea behind the delusion. Because Krishna got something better planned. Just like how Arjuna, he deluded. He confused him. He started crying so that he can speak Bhagavad Gita. And now he's deluding Yudhishthira because he wants him to be instructed by Bhishma. Just like how Arjuna was speaking. Because the Bhishma instruction is amazing. It's going to crack open our head. Okay, give you one synopsis. The name, the tongue that cannot chant Sahasranamam, 1,000 names of Vishnu is equal to the tongue of a snake. All this kind of heavy word is there. Wonderful prayers, okay? Bhishma, right? Okay, we wait next week, all right? Text 48, right? So 48, 49, 50, 51, all right? There's another 5 more verses to be complete. Oh, 5, 6 verses. Shall we just take a short break, Prabhus and Mothers? Is that okay? Is that okay? We take a short break. I need to rest my throat a bit. Need to drink water. And
Yes, Prabhu.
and if possible, try to extend, all right? We don't finish by 9 o'clock. Our goal is we complete this entire verse by today. All right, maybe by 9:15, 9:30. And of course, Sunday evening, we gather. Let's recite the entire verse along with the translation only, like what we did to the previous one. Very auspicious. And Monday, gracefully, we start chapter 9. All right, let's take a short break, 2 minutes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Everyone back?
Yes, Prabhu.
All right. Okay. Now let's continue. Aho me pashyata jnanam. Aho me. Right. So now he is now what they call Yudhishthira. Okay, let's see. All right. Yudhishthira now is lamenting. Aho. Aho me pashyata jnanam. Hridi ruddham duratmana. Parakyasyaiva dehasya. Bhavyo me shauhiniryata. Right? Ajnanam, ignorance. Hridi, in the heart. Ruddham, situated. Duratmana. Parakyasya, meant to others. All right? Okay. Please read the translation.
He, Yudhishthira, said, "Oh, my lord, I am the most sinful man. Just see my heart, which is full of ignorance. This body, which is ultimately meant for others, has killed many, many thousands of men."
Okay. Very nice. So now King Yudhishthira said, "Oh my lord." What does that mean? What do you mean, oh my lord? Is there any spelling mistake here? Right? What do you think? Oh my lord. Even in the book also says, oh my lord. He didn't say, oh my lord, L-O-R-D. Oh my lord. And Prabhupada also put a small letter L-O-T. What does that mean?
Oh, my
Now,
faith.
huh?
Oh, my faith.
My faith.
Faith.
All right.
Faith.
Sorry?
Yang kastakalam. Oh, my faith.
F-A-T-E, faith.
Yeah.
Oh, my faith. Okay. That's
Just
one.
imagine my faith.
Then what else? What else can you think of?
Oh, my Lord, you're cursing your bad luck, Prabhu.
Cursing your bad luck? Or is it that lot means, is it that he's addressing everyone that surround him?
No, Prabhu, no. It's definitely, oh, my Lord means, oh, this has happened to me. What a bad luck.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, oh my Lord. That means, oh my bad luck. All right. I am the most sinful man. I am the most sinful man. Just see my heart, which is full of ignorance, avidya. This body, which is ultimately meant for others. This body, which is ultimately meant for others, means what? Once the person dies, the body will turn into three. Either turn into ash when we burn, cremate, or when we give to the vulture, it turns into stool, because after the vulture eats the body, it goes somewhere and pass stool. Or when we bury the body, it will be eaten by worms. So it's meant for others. This body is actually meant for others. Has killed many, many phalanxes of men. Phalanxes means what? Right? Phalanxes. Or it's mentioned down there. Phalanxes. Let's see what is phalanx. Right? Or in a Sanskrit we call as Akshohini. Akshauhini. Okay. Akshuni. All right. All right. It's mentioned here. All right. So many, many phalanx of men. All right. Phalanx in normal term we can call as battalion. 1 battalion, 2 battalion, 1 unit of battalion, 2 unit of battalion, unit 341, unit 1, 2, 3. They got their own unit. Or like Malay regiment. In Malaysia, we got Malay regiment. We got Rangers. So like that, we got all battalion, Gurkha Guard. Right? So now let's look at this one phalanx. So Prabhupada says one solid phalanx. In one phalanx, what do you see? All right. You see, please mute Prabhu, Vaishnava Prabhu, mute yourself. All right. Okay. So one phalanx means it's equivalent to, in one phalanx, we have 21,870 chariots. You know the chariot? 21,870 chariots. It also has 21,870 elephant infantry. That means the soldiers on an elephant, wild elephant. And they have 109,650 infantry. 109,650 infantry means what? Foot soldiers. The one who keeps this thing, you know, the thing. Foot soldiers, infantry, soldiers. And they have 65,600 cavalry. Cavalry is what? There's a
Horsemen,
horseman. Yes, yes. Cavalry means the soldier on the horse. On the horse. So we have 21,870 chariot, 21,870 elephant, 109,650 foot soldiers, and 65,600 that runs on a horse. And all this combination is called one Akshohini. All right. So on Pandava side, they have how many? Can anyone recall? Kaurava got how many? Pandava got how many? Remember?
I remember something like 11, Prabhu.
11. Okay, very good, Prabhu. Kaurava got 11. And Pandava?
No, Pandava got 11.
Are you sure?
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
Pandava got 11, then Kaurava got how many?
Sorry,
Seven.
Pandava 9 and
Seven.
Kaurava 11.
Pandava 9. Pandava 9 and this Kaurava got 11.
11.
Total of 20 Akshoni. So 20 Akshoni means, just imagine 20 times 21,870, 21. Imagine the amount of people. And all these, as many Akshoni were killed in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. All died. Who survived? The 5 Pandavas. Then Ashwatthama. Then there's one more person, right? What is his name? The one who at last will
Vidura.
No, Vidura was not in the war. Vidura poitaru, kilometer.
That thing was covered by the bell.
No, Vidura was not in the war.
No, Prabhu. There's something that was covered by the bell, a huge bell.
What is that?
I forgot what is that, but he was observing the
No,
whole war.
there's one person who survived. That one who's supposed to kill Bhishma.
Sikandi.
What is his? Sikandi. The one the female became a male, right?
Actually, he was a Ponnan, Prabhu.
Pondan, yeah. So Sikandi. So that means Pandava plus Sikandi. On the opposite side, only Ashwatthama. The Ashwatthama just now we heard. Everybody killed in action. Wow. But Maharaj Yudhishthira was as the most pious king of the world. And he took all the responsibility, the guilt for killing to himself. Killed such a huge number of living beings in the battle were fought to reinstate him on the throne. The entire 20 Akshoni minimum worth of soldiers all died. When they died, there's many. When the war started, this 11 and 9 was standing there. They still have backup. That's why total 640 million people killed in action. So this body is, after all, meant for others. While the life in the body, they're meant for service to others. As long as we live, we serve others. When it's dead, it is to be eaten by the dogs and jackals or maggots. You know what's maggots? The small worm. Once the person is buried, it's eaten by the worm, maggots. So he's so sorry because such a temporary body as the huge massacre was committed. For what? 49. Bala, boys. Dvija. Dvija means what? Brahmana. Bala Dvija Suhin Mitra Pitir Bratir Guru Druha Namesyan Nirayan Moksho Kyapi Varsha Yuta Yutahi. What is mean? Bala means boys. Who's that boys? The sons. Dvija. The guru, who is Kripa and Kripacharya and Duryodhana. What is his name?
Dronacharya.
Dronacharya. Yes. Yes, Dronacharya. Yes. So read, well wishes. The Kamboja, the king of Cambodia, was his mama, uncle. Such a close friend. When Arjuna saw that, he became heartbroken. When you read Mahabharata, he saw everybody. When he saw that the king of Cambodia or Cambodia, nowadays we call Cambodia, the king of Cambodia is his uncle. And he loved him so much. He was standing there on the opposite side. Broke his heart to pieces. Mitra, his friends. Pitr, parents. Like uncle, like Bengalis, right? Because they were all orphan boys. and they came there to took Bratir, brothers, the 100 brothers of Duryodhana, Karna, all brothers, Guru, preceptors, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Druha, one who has killed, Na, never, me, yet there shall be Nirayat from hell, moksha, liberation. All right, let's look at the translation. Please read the translation.
I have killed many boys, brahmanas, well-wishers, friends, parents, preceptors, and brothers. Though I live millions of years, I will not be relieved from the hell that awaits me from all these sins. Hare Krishna.
Yes, because he's the cause, because there's no war means the boys should not be killed. The 5 sons of theirs that shouldn't be killed. Just because of the war, they were killed. So I've killed many boys. I've killed Brahmana. I've killed well-wishers. I killed my friends, my parents, preceptors, brothers. Even though I may live up to 1 million years, I will not be relieved from the hell. So, the purpose. Whenever there is a war, there is certainly massacre of many innocent living beings. Right? When there's a war, it definitely will happen. Just like the boys, Brahmanas, women, whose killing is considered to be a greatest of sin. Because they are all innocent creatures. And in all circumstances, killing of them is forbidden. Who? Boys, Brahmana, and women. Nowadays, when there's any earthquake, any war, the person who go to save, the first thing they want to save the women and children. All right. So when a rescuer going to save someone, their first goal is rescue women and children. And no one else. Why is that so? Because they are this, but of course, they forget the Brahmana. Okay, Brahmana, women and children has to be protected. In the scripture, Maharaj Yudhishthira was aware of this mass killing. Similarly, these were friends, parents, and preceptors of all both sides. And all of them were killed. It was simply horrible for him to think of such killing. When he think about it, he feel very horrified. Therefore, he was thinking of residing in hell for millions and billions of years. All right, text 50. Naino Rajna Praja Vartur Dharma Yuddhe Vado Dvisham Iti me natu bodhaya kalpate shashanam vacha. Translation.
There is no sin for a king who kills for the right cause, who is engaged in maintaining his citizens. But this injunction is not applicable to me. Hare Krishna.
Yes. There's no sin for the king who kills the right cause. Sometimes and he also says, for the king to kill for the right cause, when he sentenced people to death, there's not this thing. But this injunction is not applicable to me. As a king, he catch someone, okay, you did a mistake, I hang you to death. When the judge sentences a person to death, he doesn't commit murder. What kaki? Down there. Go look for it. So that's the thing. So there's no sin in order to maintain. But what he says, this injunction, this case, it doesn't apply to me. So Maharaj Yudhishthira thought that although he was not actually involved in the administration of the kingdom, which was being carried on well by Duryodhana. Duryodhana did a good job without harm to the citizen. He caused the killing of so many living beings only for his personal gain from the hands of Duryodhana. So the killing was committed not in the cause of administration. It's not because of administration, but for the sake of self-aggrandizement. And as such, he thought to himself responsible for all the sins. Right? So now, let's look at text 51. Strinam madatta bandhunam drohoyo sho ihotiha karma virgramediyayat nahang kalpo vyapohitam. Strinam of the woman, mat by me, atta bandhunam of the friends who are killed. Right? Okay, read the translation.
I have killed many friends of women, and I have thus caused enmity to such an extent that it is not possible to undo it by material welfare works.
Yes. So what he says now, he further lamenting. He said, I've killed many friends of women. Right? Many friends of women means their boyfriend, their husband, their lover, their brothers, their son, their dependent. Because to offend a woman is a horrible sin. Offending a woman is the terrible. In Tamil also there's a proverb, pen pavam polladu, aani vera pudingi utrom. It will uproot a person from the root when we offend a Mataji. A mother has to be worshipped. And the mother has to be protected. In no means the mother should be exploited, offended. Horrible sin. Even Jesus says, looking at a woman in a lustful way. You look at a woman, Fifi was so pretty, so sexy, or look at the body and everything, you consider you have done adultery. And now he's putting up the point. I've killed so many friends of women. And thus I've caused enmity to such an extent. So much of enmity. Their children, all the mother will start to bring them up. This is the cause of your father's death. From young, the children will come with hatred to kill the thing. And it's not possible to undo by any material welfare work. Even I do so many things, cannot be rectified. So the Graha Medi are those who only business to perform welfare work. Graha Medi. That means their only thing is to perform welfare work for others' sake of material prosperity. They do something good. Food for life, serve people, just to get some good things. But such material prosperity is sometimes hampered by sinful activities. Right? You want to do something good. You see so many poor people, you want to feed them. But you buy chicken, you buy KFC, McDonald's and give to them. You want to serve them, but you're doing through this hamburger and chicken and beef and everything. It end up in sinful activity. So what Prabhupada says, the materialist is sure to commit sin. They are sure to commit sin, even unintentionally. They can commit sin even unintentionally in the course of discharging material duties. In order to perform their duty, they end up doing sin. So to get relief from such sinful reaction, the Vedas prescribe several kinds of sacrifice. So the Vedas recommended some sacrifice. What are the sacrifice? That performing Ashwamedha Yagya, horse sacrifice. To get relief from Brahma Hatya, killing of a Brahmana, because they killed a Brahmana. Even to kill a Brahmana, okay, you want to get, you do horse sacrifice. So Maharaj Yudhishthira performed this Ashwamedha Yagya, but he thinks that even by performing such Yagya, it's not possible to get relief from the great sin committed. Even he performed that, he still feel he cannot be pardoned. Because in the war, either the husband or the brother or even the father of the son go to fight. And when they are killed, a fresh enmity is created. When they kill, a fresh enmity. I remember when I was young, when I was in a primary 6 or secondary 1, I got a Malay friend, right? I got a very close friend, Malay friend. Once I went to his house. Went to the house, the grandfather, his grandfather was a former soldier who fought against Japanese. He's a former soldier. And he hated Japanese like anything. Went to the house, he never used any Japanese product like Panasonic, Mitsubishi, right? Panasonic National is quite famous that time, right? Even they say national brand, the fan, nothing. Yeah, I just went to his house. He said, "Can you see anything, Punithan? Can you see any difference?" I said, "It's just like an olden wooden house, of course, in 1989, 1990 that time, a kampung house." I said, "You can't see any Japanese brand here." Even my father wanted to buy a Japanese Datsun Sunny, Datsun 120Y or Datsun Sunny. My grandfather said, "Over the dead body." He hated Japanese till the last breath. All right? Because he's the soldier fought against them during that World War II. So that means they still have the key. That means there's a fresh enmity is created. And of course, you go back and tell the children, but the children can't be bothered. Some or other, my friend's father, but now I don't think so. My friend, of course, now I don't know where is he. Definitely, I don't think so. The fresh enmity is created. It reminds me of the story. And the chain action of the reaction increases. The chain action. The chain of action and reaction. Karma increase. And this is not possible to be counteracted. Even one perform thousands of Ashwamedha Yagya. One Ashwamedha Yagya sacrificing 1,000 horses. Even if you perform 1,000 Ashwamedha, still you can't do that. What is the Ashwamedha Yagya? We'll study as we go on in Bhagavatam. So the way of work, karma is like that. So that's the way of work. Karma is like that. What does it mean? See, now please pay attention to this. It creates one action. It creates one action and another reaction. Through one action, you get another reaction. And simultaneously, this increases the chain of material activities. And through that increase, it binds the performer in material bondage. In Bhagavad Gita 9:27 and 28, Krishna says, the remedy is suggested that such action and reaction on the path of work only can be checked, only can put a stop to that when work is done on behalf of the Supreme Lord. When we simply perform our job on behalf of Supreme Lord, we dedicate everything for Krishna, that's when our karma is stopped or checked. So the battle of Kurukshetra was actually fought by the will of the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. But it is the evidence that his version and his will, only Yudhishthira was replaced in the throne of Hastinapura. That means only he wanted that in Hastinapura, that Duryodhana have to be kicked off and only Yudhishthira must be replaced. Therefore, factually, there's no sin whatsoever touched the Pandava, who were only order carrier of the Lord. For others who declare war out of personal interest, the whole responsibility lies on him. That means for others, like Hitler created his own war, he declared out of his personal interest. Imagine the amount of people died, the karma that all fall on his head. And wonder what they have taken. But there's something wonderful happened. Before the war, around 1940s, around 1935, the height of Nazi, the Nazi party was taken over Germany. When they becoming powerful, at that moment, Prabhupada's godbrother, I think Bon Maharaj, if I'm not mistaken, Bon Maharaj, he's the first to go to London. From London, he went there and eventually he ended up in Germany, and he personally spoke to Hitler and gave him a book or something like that. Wonder how the Gaudiya Vaishnavas are traveling the world and being merciful. We don't know what happened after that. All right, anyway, the last verse. Yata pankena pankamba suraya ya surat kritam bhuta hatyam tataivakyam nayak nirmashtam arhati. Translation.
As it is not possible to filter muddy water through mud, nor purify a wine-stained pot with wine, it is not possible to counteract the killing of man by sacrificing animals.
Yes. Right. Krishna Kumari, please mute yourself. It is not possible to filter muddy water. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Am I
Yes,
around?
Prabhu. Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. So suddenly I see myself disappeared. All right. It is not possible to filter muddy water through mud. Can or not? You filter muddy water through mud. Nor purify wine stained by the pot of wine. Okay, with wine. That means you see there's a pot, wine. You take wine to clean it. You can't do that. At the same time, it is not possible to counteract the killing of man by killing an animal, by sacrificing animal. All right? He was telling. That means he's the telling. Okay? So Ashwamedha Yagya or Gomedha Yagya. Ashwamedha means horse, Gomedha means cow. Or the sacrifice which horse and bull are sacrificed. Who? Horse and bulls are sacrificed. Were not, of course, for the purpose of killing the animal. That's not to kill the animal. Lord Chaitanya said, such animal sacrifice on the altar of Yagya, they were rejuvenated and new life was given to them. Right? They were rejuvenated. How long does it need to take for them to take to the next life? It takes a long process. But here what happened? They got rejuvenated. It's a kind of mercy to them that immediately they go to the next life. Rejuvenated. But that is just to prove the efficiency of hymns in the Vedas. The recitation of the hymns of the Vedas is in the proper way. Certainly the performer gets relief from the reaction of the sins. So when they do the yagya, they pray, when they cut the thing, they take the meat and they offer. Upon the spark touches, immediately get liberated. And all the horse and the cows, they know what's happening. and they'll be excitedly giving the hit. Not like here, cry and howl. All right. So anyway, but in case of such sacrifice was not properly done, so that means certainly the performer get relief from the reaction of sin, yes. But in case if this is not properly done under the expert management, surely one has to become responsible for the animal sacrifice. They have to animal. So in this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, that is Kali Yuga, Prabhupada says, this is no possibility of performing yagya perfectly or for want of expert brahmana who are able to conduct such yagyas. Right? So what is that? In the age of quarrel and hypocrisy, there's no possibility of performing the yagya perfectly. Because there's no expert brahmanas who are able to do it. So that's why Kali Yuga banned. You can't do that. So Maharaj Yudhishthira therefore gives a hint to performing sacrifice of the age of Kali. In the Kali Yuga, the only sacrifice that we can do, recommended by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is to perform Harinam Yagya. That's all. We simply need to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Sacrifice at time, go to the street and start singing. But one should not indulge in animal killing. All right? And also to counteract by performing Harinam Yagya. So that means you indulge in killing the cows, eating meat. Then you go to do Harinam Yagya, you go to the street and start singing Hare Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, thinking that your chanting can remove the sin of eating that animal. You should not do that. Should not, Prabhupada says, should not indulge in animal killing and then counteract by performing Harinam. All right? Then Prabhupada says, those who are devotees of the Lord never kills an animal for self-interest. So, Prabhus and mothers, if those who are still consuming meat, you have to pay attention to your lifestyle. And the Lord ordered Arjuna, they do not refrain from performing the duty of Kshatriya. The only purpose is therefore served when everything is done for the will of the Lord. This is only possible for the devotees. So means what? We serve, everything is done by the will of the Lord. Everything we do by the will of the Lord. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purport of the first canto, 8th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Prayers of Queen Kunti and Parikshit Saved. Congratulations to all devotees here. We have already completed 8th chapter. Starting from March 7th, March, April, May, June, July. 4 months. In 4 months, we have somehow or other completed 8 chapters. 4 months, I mean, including the 5 months, right? 5 times 20, roughly, we have done 100 days of discussion. All right. So we got another, how many more chapters? I mean, we don't look at it because sometimes we can get frustrated thinking about it. Another one. Then you calculate 1 chapter a week, a month, or something like that. Maybe we end up completing Canto 1 next year, July. So anyway, we don't think about it. Right? So, any questions, any comment, or do you still have some extra energy? If at all you have some extra energy, now it's only 8:45 because we targeted up to 9:30. Do you think that we should all recite the entire verse? 52 verses. I'll recite the Sanskrit and the translation. Each and everyone can take turns to read. How many of you are with me to do this? Or do you think that we should postpone it to Sunday? But since today is a fantastic day, Friday, Adi Velli, man. If you are a very typical Hindu, this is Adi Velli. Yes, Krishna Kumari Mataji. All are raising hand to read, is it? So, everyone okay? All right. So, I don't want to. All right. Okay, wonderful. So, those who want to read, okay, what we do, each will take 2 verses. First verse, second verse. Then the next will continue, the next will continue, the next will continue. All right. So, we're going to do 2 verse. But first, I will recite the entire verse. Then after that, we do 2. And those who missed the entire discussion, now is that opportunity for you to hear the Sanskrit and also the translation. All right. This is a very good opportunity So I hope that all of you are ready and to do this. Okay, but before that, let's take a short break, just 2 minutes. And please do me a favor. Anyone, please put a notice in the group. Upgrade latest version. Okay. Put a message to the group. We have already successfully completed text 8, chapter 8. Now, in 2 minutes time, we're going to recite the entire 52 verses in Sanskrit and to recite in English. Those people who have missed halfway, this is a golden opportunity to come and hear the entire chapter 8, which is extremely purifying. Can anyone put such a statement in the group? I think people are fed up listening to me alone. So somebody, please type it. Please put it nicely. Encourage more and more people to come. Let's take 2 minutes break. Just take out, go and wash your face and everything. Come back. We're going to read the entire chapter 8. And today, Adi Velli, the month of Adi Mas, is a very auspicious moment. And we're going to recite the entire this. And may Krishna, may Srimadi Kunti Devi bless us abundantly with pure devotional service. Take a short break. Please put a strong statement in the group. Tell everybody, come in now. Hare Krishna. Take a short break. Okay. All right. Now I've also invited Mother Kala to come in. Yes, Kala Mani Raja is here. So first of all, my heartfelt condolences to you. And so she's going to she's going to put the phone near the mother's photo. She just departed yesterday. And today, our entire reading, 52 verses, is going to benefit her, the soul, right? So it's going to be a great advantage. All right. So, okay, let me get the things done. Database. Okay. So everyone who's going to recite, all right, please raise your hand so that each will take 2 verses. Okay. Okay. So can you see the screen, right? You all can see the screen, huh?
Yes.
Creation.
Yes, Prabhu.
Text 8. Praise of Queen Kunti. All right. So advanced view. First, we're going to why the advanced view? Okay. Okay. First, we're going to I'm going to recite the entire verse. So I hope everybody please listen carefully, because this is we're going to read the entire verses of Bhagavatam. Then after that, we're going to listen. All right. Sutta vacha atate sampraretanam shravanam udakam. Sorry. Sutta vacha. Sorry. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I'm so excited actually. I'm so lucky to be. All of you are such a wonderful devotees. Sutta vacha atate samparetanam swanam udakam ichatam datum sakrishna gangayam puraskrityaya yustriya te niniyudakam sarve vilapya cha brisham puna apluta haripadabja rajaputa sari jale tatrashinam kuru patim dartrastram sahanujam Gandharim putras shokartam pratam krishnam cha madava santavyam asha munibi hata bandhun shucharpitan bhuteshu kalasya gatim darshayanna prakrtiyam sadayitva jata sat shatro swang rajam kita virhitam gatayitva vasato rajnya Kacha sparsha shatayusa yajayit vashvamedaistam trivir uttama kalpakai yasha pavanam dikshu sata manyor ivartanor amantriya pandu putrangscha saine yoddava sangyuta dvaipayana dibir vipray pujitai pratipujita Gantum krita matir brahman dvarakam ratam astita upalebhya vidavantim uttaram baya vihvalam uttaro vacha pahi pahi mahayogin deva deva jagatpade nanyam tvat abhayam pashe yatra mrityu parasparam abhidravati mang isha sharastap taptayaso vibo kamang dahatu mam nata mame garbo nipatyatam sutta vacha upadarye vachastasya bhagavan bhakta vatsala apandavam idam kartum draunir astram abudyata tarhe vata munistrista pandava panchasayakan Atmano bimukan diptan alakshyastranyau padadu vyasanam vikshyata tesham ananya vishayatmanam sudarshanena swastrena swanam raksham vyadad vibhu antasta sarvabhutanam atmayogeshvaro hari swamayaya vrinod garbam वैरत्या कुरु तन्तवे यद्यपि अस्त्रं ब्रह्मशीरस्त्वमोघं चाप्रतिक्रियं वैष्णवं तेज आसद्य समाशंयाद्भृगुत्वः मामंस्ताह्येत आश्चर्यं सर्वश्चर्यमयेच्युता या इदं मायया देव्या सृज्यात्यवति हन्त्यजा ब्रह्मतेजो विनिर्मुक्तिर् आत्मजा सह कृष्णया प्रयाणाभिमुखं कृष्णं idam aho iham aha prata sati. Now it's a prayer starting. Kunti vacha namasye purusham tvadyam ishvaram prakriti param alakshyam sarva bhutanam antarbahir avastitam maya javani kachanam ajnadokshajam avyayam na lakshya se muda drisha natya daroyata tata paramahangshanam muninam amalatmanam bhakti yoga vidanartam kartam pashyemahe striya krishnaya vasudevaya devaki nandanaya cha nandagopa kumaraya govindaye namo namaha Nama Pankajanaabhaya, Nama Pankajamaline, Nama Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye. Yatarshikesha Kalena Devaki, Kankshena Rudachiram Sucharpita, Vimochitaham Chasahatmaja Vibo, Tvaiha Natera Muhuvipadganat, Vishan Mahakne Purushada Darshana, असत सबाय वनवाश कृच्छ्रता मृदे मृदेनेका महारात्रास्त्रतो द्रौण्यस्त्रश्चास्मर हरे विरक्षिता विपदा शान्तुता शाश्वत तत्र तत्र जगद्गुरो भवतो दर्शनं यत्स्यात् अपुनर्भव दर्शनं जन्मैश्वर्य श्रुता श्रीभिर् एदा मनुमदा पुमान नैवर्हत्या विदातुं वै त्वम् अकिंचन गोचरं नमो किंचन विट्टाय निवृत्त गुणवृत्तये आत्मरामाय शान्ताय कैवल्य पतये नमः मन्ये त्वं कालमीशानम् अनादिनिधनं विभुं समं चरन्तं सर्वत्र भूतानं यान्मिता कलिः नावेद कश्चित् भगवांश्चिकीर्षितं तावेहमानस्य निर्णं विदम्बनं न यस्य कश्चिदयितोऽस्ति कर्हिचित् द्वेषश्च यस्मिन् विषमामतिर्निर्णं जन्म कर्म च विश्वात्मन् जन्म कर्म च विश्वात्मन् न जक्ष्य कर्तुरात्मना तीर्या निर्शिशु यादशु तर्ह्यन्ता विदम्बनं गोप्या ददे त्वयि कृतगसीदमातव याते दशाश्रु कलिलञ्जन सम्भ्रमाक्षं वक्त्रं निनिया भयभयनयास्ति तस्य सा मां विमोहयन्ति बिरपि यद्विवेति केचित् आहुरजं जातं पुण्यश्लोकस्य कीर्तये यदो प्रियस्य ववाये मलयास्येव चन्दनम् अपरे वासुदेवस्य देवक्यं याचितो व्यगात् अजस्त्वम् अस्य क्षेमाय वदाय च सुरादिशम् वारावतारनायन्ये भुवो नाव इवो ददौ सीदन्त्य भूरिभारेण चतो ह्यात्मा भुवर्तिता भवेस्मिन् क्लिश्यमानानम् अविद्य काम कर्मभिः श्रवन्न स्मरणार्हानि करिष्यन्नीति केचन शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्त्यभिक्षणशः स्मरन्ति नन्दन्ति तव हितं जनाः ता एव पश्यन्त्यचिरेण तावकं भव प्रवाहो परमं पदाम्बुजं आप्याद्य नस्त्वं स्वकृते हिते प्रभो जिहाससि स्वित् सुहृदोऽनुजीवना येषं न चन्यद्भवता पदम्बुजा परायणं राजसुयोजितं हसम् केवयं नाम रूपाभ्यं यदुभिर्सह पाण्डवा भवतो दर्शनं यर्हि ऋषिकानम् इवेशितो नेयं शोभीयते तत्र यतेदानीं गदाधरा त्वन्पादैरङ्किता भाति स्वलक्षण विलक्षितै इमे जना पदा श्रद्धा सुपक्वौषधि विरुदा वनाद्रिनाद्युदन्वन्तो येदन्तत्तव वीक्षिता अता विश्वेश विश्वात्मान् विश्वमूर्ते स्वकेषु मे स्नेहपाशम् इमं चिन्दी दृढं पाण्डुषु वृष्णिषु त्वयि मे नन्य विषया मतिर्मधुपतेश क्रीड रतिम् उद्वहता अद्दा गंगे वाउगम उदन्वती श्री कृष्ण कृष्ण सखा वृष्णे श्री कृष्ण कृष्ण सखा वृष्ण ऋषभावनी दृक् राजन्य वंश दहना पवार्ग वीर्या गोविंद गोद्विज सुरार्ति हरावतारा योगेश्वरा किल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते सुतवाच प्रतायेत्तं कलापदै परिणुता किलोदया मन्दञ्जाः स वैकुन्तो मोहयन्निव मायया तं बादम् इत्युपमन्त्र्य प्रविश्य गजसा वयम् स्त्रियश्च स्वपुरं यास्यन् प्रेम्णा रज्ञा निवर्तिता व्यास्यादेर्ईश्वरे हज्ञै कृष्णेनाद्भुतकर्मणा प्रबोधितो पितिहासैर् नाभूत्यता शुचर्पिता आह राजधर्मसूतश्चिन्तयन् सुहृदं वदं प्राकृतेनात्मन विप्रा स्नेहा मोह वशं गता अहोमि पश्यता ज्ञानं हृदि रुद्धं दुरात्मना पारक्षशैव देहस्य भव्यो मीशौ हि निर्यता बालद्विजसुहृन्मित्र पितृभ्रातृगुरुद्रुहा न मेष निरयन् मोक्ष ह्य अपि वर्षायुतायुतै नैनारण्य प्रजा भर्तुर्धर्मयुद्धे वदाद्विषम् इति मेनातु बोधाय कल्पते शासनं वचा श्रीनं मत्तत्तबन्धूनां द्रोहो योऽसः इहोहिता कर्मभिर्ग्रहमेदीये नाहं कल्पव्यपोहितम् यथा पन्केन पन्कम्बः सूरया वा सुराकृतं भूतहत्यं यतैवैकं नायज्ञैर्मार्ष्टुम् अर्हति. Hari Om. That's it. I hope everybody heard it attentively. All right. So now we're going to recite the verse. Okay, let me see first. Who are the people that has raised your hand? All right. So first, okay, now let me put up. First will be Mangala Rukmani Mataji, followed by okay, let me put it big. First will be Mangala Rukmani Mataji. Second will be Muru Mataji. Third will be Saravanan Veeraya Prabhu. Then followed by Krishna Kumari. Then Vishma Mala. Right? And who's this? Chandra Govinda Prabhu. You want to read?
A very small Prabhu. That's
Oh.
English. My book I can read Tamil, can Prabhu.
English, Prabhu. All right. Okay, now you can hear. Anyone else? Only have 1, 2, 3, 4 people only want to read. How about others? All right. Okay. Anyway, whoever that decide to read, you can go ahead. Okay. Now who's that? Nanda Devi Mataji. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll be calling one by one so that there will be no confusion. All right. Okay. Now let's start with Mangala Rukmani Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji.
First two, Prabhu.
Yes.
Text 1. Sutta Goswami said.
And before that, hold on. Before that, Mataji,
Yes.
those who raise your hand, don't put down your hand. Those who raise your hand, keep your hand raised. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, start Mataji. Mangala Rukmini, Mataji.
Text 1. Sutta Goswami said, thereafter the Pandavas, desiring to deliver water to the dead relatives who had desired it, went to the Ganges with Draupadi. The ladies walk in front. Text 2. Having lamented over them and sufficiently offered Ganges water, they bathe in the Ganges, whose water is sanctified due to being mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord.
Yes, nice. All right, 3 and 4 will be Saravanan Viraya Prabhu. Go ahead.
Text 3. There sat the king of the Kurus, Maharaja Yudhishthira, along with his younger brothers and Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Kunti, and Draupadi, all overwhelmed with grief. Lord Krishna was also there. Text 4. Citing the stringent law of the Almighty and their reactions upon living beings, Lord Sri Krishna and the Munis began to pacify those who were shocked and affected.
Okay. 4 and 5 will be Nanda Devi Mataji. Now I'm referring to my phone. Okay, just go ahead. Nanda Devi Mataji.
5 and 6, Prabhu.
Sorry, 5 and 6. Sorry. All right, 5 and 6.
The clever Duryodhana and his party cunningly usurped the kingdom of Yudhishthira, who had no enemy. By the grace of the Lord, the recovery was executed, and the unscrupulous kings who joined with Duryodhana were killed by him. Others also died, their duration of life having decreased for their rough handling of the hair of Queen Draupadi. Text 6. Lord Sri Krishna caused 3 well-performed Ashwamedha Yagyas, horse sacrifices, to be conducted by Maharaja Yudhishthira, and thus caused his virtuous fame to be glorified in all directions, like that of Indra, who had performed 100 such sacrifices. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, just give me a second. What has gone wrong with my... Can you all see this? Is it okay?
Can, Prabhu.
Just give me a second. Okay. All right. So, which this thing now?
7
What
and
was
8. 7 and
7
8.
and 8. Okay. 7 and 8 will be after Visma. How come everything run upside down? Please don't put your hand down. Okay, Viswamala, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Text 7. Lord Sri Krishna then prepared for his departure. He invited his sons, the son of Pandu, after having been worshipped by the Brahmanas headed by Srila Vyasadeva. The Lord also reciprocated greetings. Text 8. As soon as he seated himself on the chariot to start for Dwaraka, he saw Uttara hurrying toward him in fear. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, now Sundari Gopi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
9, right? Uttara said, O Lord of Lords, Lord of the universes, you are the greatest of mystic. Please protect me, for there is no one else who can save me from the culture of the dead in this world of duality. Text 9, text 10. O my Lord, you are all powerful. A fairy iron arrow is coming towards me fast. My Lord, let it burn me personally. If you so desire, please, but please do not let it burn and abort my embryo. Please do
Embryo.
not embryo. Please do me this favor, my Lord. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Okay. 11 and 12 will be Muru Mataji. Muru?
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
10 and 11, is it, Prabhu?
Yeah. Please keep track, because I'm looking at the phone actually.
11 and 12.
11 and 12, yeah. Please keep track.
Text 11. Sutta Goswami said, having patiently heard her words, Lord Sri Krishna, who is always very affectionate to his devotees, could at once understand that Ashwatthama, the son of Dronacharya, had thrown the Brahmastra to finish the last life in the Pandavas family. Text 12. O foremost among the great thinkers, Munis, Saunaka, seeing the glaring Brahmastra proceeding towards them, the Pandavas took up their 5 respective weapons. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All right, now the next will be Krishna Kumari Mataji. Krishna Kumari.
Okay. The Almighty Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, having observed that a great danger was befalling his unalloyed devotees, who were fully surrendered souls, at once took up his Sudarsana days to protect them. Text 14. The Lord of Supreme Mysticism, Sri Krishna, resides with everyone's heart as the Paramatma. As such, just to protect the progeny of the Kuru dynasty, he covered the embryo of Uttara by his personal energy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All right, now text 15. So I hope devotees please read slowly and pay attention to the prayers and this thing. Don't read fast, okay? The next will be Ananda Sundari Devi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
O Saunaka, glory of Bhrigu family, although the supreme Brahmastra weapon released by Ashwatthama was irresistible and without check or counteraction, it was neutralized and foiled when confronted by the strength of Vishnu, Lord Krishna. O Brahmanas, do you think this to
Do
be
not think.
especially wonderful? O Brahmanas, do not think this to be especially wonderful in the activities of the mysterious and infallible personality of Godhead. By his own transcendental energy, he creates, maintains, and annihilates all material things, although he himself is unborn. Thank you, Prabhu.
All right, 17 and 18 will be Ananda. Okay, Karpiya Saraswati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Text 17. Thus saved from radiation of the Brahmastra, Kunti, the chaste devotee of the Lord, and her 5 sons, and Draupadi addressed Lord Krishna as he started for home. Text 18. Srimadi Kunti said, O Krishna, offer my obeisances unto you, because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all. Thank you, Prabhu.
All right. 19. 19 will be Viswamala. 19 and 20.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are the eternally irreproachable factor covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. Text 20. You yourself descend to propagate the transcendental signs of devotional service unto the heart of the advanced transcendentalists and mental speculators who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How then can we women know you perfectly? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. 21 and 22 will be Mangala Rukmini Mataji.
Text 21.
21.
Let me therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord, who has become the son of Vasudeva, the pleasure of Devaki, the boy of Nanda, and other cowherd men of Vrindavan, and the enlivener of the cows and the senses. Text 22. My respectful obeisances are unto you, O Lord, whose abdomen is marked with a depression, like a lotus flower, who are always decorated with garlands of lotus flowers, whose glance is as cool as the lotus, and whose feet are engraved with lotuses.
Very good.
Hare
Beautiful.
Krishna.
Very nice.
Hare
Sundari Gopi, Sundari Gopi Mataji. Who's that?
Sadguna.
No, your turn haven't come yet. Sundari Gopi Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. O Virikesha, master of the senses and Lord of Lords, you have released your mother Devaki, who was lost
Imprisoned.
distressed by the envious
Yes,
king
King Kamsa.
me and my children from a
A series of constant dangers.
Text 24. My dear Krishna, your lordship has
She
protected
us from the
a
poison cake, from
from
the
a
dead
great
fire,
from
the
cannibals,
from
the
the vicious and family,
from suffering
suffering during our exile in the forest, and from
and
the
from
battle where great generals fought.
war.
And
And
now
There's
you have
someone
saved us
saying
from the
something behind,
weapon
is it?
Aswattama.
There's someone's behind, right? Okay, never mind. Mangala Rukmi Mataji, which is your verse again? 23 and 24, is it?
I finished 23 and
No, just now who was reading?
I was reading, but Mangala Rukamani also was reading too.
Oh, that means your turn. Okay, Mangala Rukmi Mataji, please mute yourself.
Very sorry, Prabhu.
Okay.
I forgot to
So which one, Anand Sundari Mataji? Which is the verse again?
Mine was 23 and 24, Prabhu.
All right. Okay, read
Finish.
again, Mataji. Do it again. 23 and 24,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay, do it again. Others, please mute yourself.
O Hirikesha, master of the senses and Lord of Lords, you have released your mother Devaki, who was long imprisoned and distressed by the envious King Kamsa, and me, my children, from a series of constant dangers. Text 24. My dear Krishna, your lordship has protected us from a poisoned cake, from a great fire, from cannibals, from the vicious assembly, from suffering during our exile in the forest, and from the battle where great general fought. And now you have saved us from the weapon of Aswattama. Thank you,
Okay.
Prabhu.
Thank you. Please mute yourself. Okay, next after Sundari Mataji is Muru Mataji.
Text 25. I wish that all the calamities would happen again and again, so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. Text 26. My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable great opulence, great opulence, high
No,
education.
not percentage, parentage,
Oh,
respectable
parentage.
parentage.
Sorry, Prabhu.
Yeah.
I read again, Prabhu.
Yeah, go ahead.
Text 26. My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, nice. Krishna Kumari Mataji, next, 27 and 28.
My obeisances are unto you, who are the property of the materially impoverished. Impoverished. You have nothing to do with the actions and reactions of the material modes of nature. You are self-satisfied, and therefore you are the most gentle and are master of the munis.
Nice.
Text 28. My Lord, I consider your Lordship to be eternal time, the supreme controller without beginning and end, the all-pervasive one. In distributing your mercy, you are equal to everyone. The dissensions between living beings are due to social intercourse.
Yes.
Hare
Nice.
Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. 29 will be Ananda Sundari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. O Lord, no one can understand your transcendental pastimes, which appear to be human and so are misleading. You have no specific object of favor, nor do you have any object of envy. People only imagine that you are partial. Of course, text 30, of course it is bewildering, O soul of the universe, that you work though you are inactive, and that you take birth though you are the vital force and the unborn. You yourself descend amongst animals, men, sages, and aquatics. Verily, this is bewildering. Thank you, Prabhu.
Sadguru Mataji. 31, 32.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
My dear Krishna, Yasoda took up a rope to bind you when you committed an offense, and your perturbed eyes overflooded with tears, which washed the massacre from your eyes, and you were afraid, though fear personified is afraid of you. This sight is bewildering to me. Text 32. Some say that the unborn is born for the glorification of pious kings, and others say that he is born to please King Yadu, one of your dearest devotees. You appear in his family as sandalwood appears in the Malaya hills. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. 33 and 34 will be Vraja Prema Krishna Das.
Krishna. Others says that since both Vasudeva and Devaki prayed for you, Vasudeva and Devaki prayed for you. You have taken your birth as their son. Undoubtedly you are unborn, yet you take your birth for their welfare and to kill those who are envious of the demigods. Text 34. Others says that the world being overburdened like a boat of sea is much a grief that Brahma, who is your son, prayed for you, and so you have appeared to diminish the trouble. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nanda Devi Mataji. 35, 36.
Text 35. And yet others say that you appeared for the sake of rejuvenating the devotional service of hearing, remembering, worshipping, and so on, in order that the conditioned souls suffering from material pangs might take advantage and gain liberation. Text 36. O Krishna, those who continuously hear, chant, and repeat your transcendental activities or take pleasure in others doing so, certainly see your lotus feet, which alone can stop the repetition of birth and death. Hare Krishna.
Wow. 37, 38 will be Viswamala.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Text 37. O my Lord, you have executed all duties yourself. Are you leaving us today? Though we are completely dependent on your mercy and have no one else to protect us. Now when all the kings are at enmity with us. Text 38. As the name and fame of the particular body is finished with the disappearance of the living spirit, similarly, if you do not look upon us, all our fame and activities along with the Pandavas and Yadus will end at once. Hare Krishna.
39, 40 will be Mangala Rukmini Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Text 39. O Gadadhara, Krishna, our kingdom is now being marked by the impression of your feet, and therefore it appears beautiful. But when you leave, it will no longer be so. Text 40. All these cities and villages are flourishing in all respects because the herbs and grains are in abundance. The trees are full of fruits, the rivers are flowing, the hills are full of minerals, and the oceans full of wealth. And this is all due to your glancing over them. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Beautiful. 41, 42 will be Sundari Gopi Mataji. Mangala Gopi
Hare
Mataji, you
Krishna.
can mute yourself. Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Hare
மறந்து
Krishna.
மறந்து போயிடுறேன்.
அதான்.
Hare Krishna, bro. O Lord of
Sundari
the
Gopi
universe.
Mataji, go ahead.
Yeah. O Lord of universe, soul of the universe, O personality of the form of the universe, please therefore savor my tie of affection for my kinsmen, the Pandavas and the Vranas. Text 42. O Lord of Madhu, as the Ganges forever flows to the sea without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn onto you without being diverted to anyone else. Thank you.
Nice. 43 and 44 will be after Sundari Gopi Mataji. Muru Mataji.
Text 43. O Krishna, O friend of Arjuna, O chief amongst the descendants of Vrishni, you are the destroyer of those political parties which are disturbing elements on this earth. Your powers, your prose never deteriorates. You are the proprietor of the transcendental abode, and you descend to relieve the distress of the cows, the brahmanas, and the devotees. You possess all mystic powers, and you are the preceptor of the entire universe. You are the Almighty God, and I offer you my respectful obeisances. Text 44. Sutta Goswami said, the Lord, thus hearing the prayers of Kunti Devi, composed in choice words for his glorification, mildly smiled. That smile was as enchanting as his mystic power. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All right. Now, the last 6 verses, each do one. Do one. Krishna Kumari Mataji.
Thus, accepting the prayers of Srimadi Kunti Devi, the Lord subsequently informed other ladies of his departure by entering the place of Hastinapura, palace of Hastinapura. But upon preparing to leave, he was stopped by King Yudhishthira, who implored him lovingly.
Okay. After Krishna, Ananda Sundari Mataji. 46.
Hare Krishna. 46.
Hare
King Yudhishthira, who was much aggrieved, could not be convinced despite instructions by great sages headed by Vyasa and Lord Krishna himself, the performer of superhuman feats, and despite all historical evidence. Thank you,
All right.
Prabhu.
Thank you. 47 after this. Ananda Sundari, right? Sadguna Mataji. Who spoke just now? Krishna Kumari or Sadguna Mataji? Ananda Sundari Mataji. Who is it?
I spoke.
Ananda Sundari. Okay. Okay. Now Sadguna Mataji. 47. Sadguna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. King Yudhishthira's son of Dharma, overwhelmed by the death of his friends, was aggrieved just like a common materialistic man. All sages, thus deluded by affection, he began to speak. Hare Krishna.
Right. Okay. 48 will be Sarunan Viraya Prabhu. Sarunan.
Sorry, Prabhu, text
48.
Text 48. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. King Yudhishthira said, "O my Lord, I am the most sinful man. Just see my heart, which is full of ignorance. This body, which is ultimately meant for others, has killed many, many phalanxes of men."
Okay, thank you. Very nice. Thank you. After Saruni, Nanda Devi Mataji.
I have, text 49. I have killed many boys, brahmanas, well-wishers, friends, parents, preceptors, and brothers. Though I live millions of years, I will not be relieved from the hell that awaits me for all these seeds. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, we have last 3 verses. All right. Should we go up, or is there anyone who have not read want to give your last shot?
Hello, Prabhu.
Who's that?
Nagarajan.
Nagarajan Prabhu. Okay, go ahead. Text 50.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Text 50. There is no sin for a king who kills for the right cause, who is engaged in maintaining his citizens. But this injunction is not applicable to me. Text
All right.
51.
No,
I
no.
have
51
killed.
will be, no, hold on. 51 will
Okay.
be Purna Rupini Mataji.
Text 51. I have killed many friends, humans, and I have thus caused enmity to such an extent that it is not possible to undo it by material welfare work. Hare Krishna.
At last, 52 will be Chandra Govinda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
As it is not possible to filter muddy water through mud or purity
Purify.
wine stained pot with wine, it is not possible to counteract the killing of man by sacrificing animals. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Wow.
Krishna.
Hare
Yeah,
Bol.
congratulations to everyone. Chapter 9 will be total of how many verses? 49 verses. All right, 49 verses. I wonder how long will it take, but all depends on Krishna. So we are not rushing. So anyway, such a wonderful moment in time. Thank you all. Lower your head. You can all lower your head. Okay, Haribol. So
Hare Bol.
we already successfully completed the entire verses, and we also studied those who have sometimes you miss 1, 2. Okay, so today it's an advantage that every one of us recited the entire Sanskrit and also the verses, right? So whether you have paid whether you are attentive or non-attentive, still the benefit is unbelievable. And of course, today Kala Mani Raja Mataji's mother has got a very great Sukriti, great blessings, because when the funeral happened, we should study Bhagavatam. It's one of the most important ritual, not anything else, but study Bhagavatam and recite Bhagavatam. So coincidentally, we did it in the evening, and she have settled all commitment. I mean, the funeral has already completed, and we have recited the Bhagavatam. May Lord Krishna bless the soul of Mother Kala Mani Raja. What's the name again? It's something, right? So, what's the name? Rami Amma Prabhu. All right. So, may her soul will be blessed and continue that she'll become a devotee in next birth and eventually go back home, back to Godhead. So today is Adi Velli, and supposed to be a very auspicious day and a prayerful day. And I'm so grateful to each and every one of you wonderful devotees. So you want to say something, or you want to share your excitement? How do you feel? Quickly, anyone?
Very happy, Prabhu.
Who's that? Who said that?
Mangal Purna.
Mangalam. Mangalagaram Mataji. All right. Yes.
No, Mataji, Prabhu, it's Purna Rupini.
Oh, yes, it was Purna Rupini. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Very
It's
happy.
beautiful. It was very
Okay.
beautiful to recite the whole thing just now, Prabhu. The whole
Yes, yes,
chapter.
yes.
If you really see, how long did you take? Just 20 minutes?
Yes.
Right? Because some people read fast, some people read slow. That's just it. But if you really read, it only going to take 20 minutes. Just imagine if you can recite the entire chapter per day. Right? Just say, okay, 365 days, you read one chapter a day. 365 chapters. All right? And just imagine how many cantos can you complete. And this is a prayerful recital. That means you take the thing and stand in front of the Lord and read the Bhagavatam. It creates so much of wonderful Sukriti. Yes or not? Even that day
Yes.
also, we read less than half an hour, I think. Huh?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. It's okay to
Yes.
just read the translation
Yeah, why
The
not?
text and the translation. We don't have to read the purport.
The translation only. You know that book that I sent for photocopy?
Yeah.
You just can, have you done that, right?
Yes, I'm doing.
Just read that. That's it. Just go on reading it. Just go on reading in front of the Lord. Just read, but don't read. Just read in front of the Lord. I mean, we don't know what to pray. Sometimes our prayers can be imperfect. So why not take the perfect prayer and pray to the Lord?
Yes,
yeah, you can do that. Because that's what my Srimad Bhagavatam mentor. Srimad Bhagavatam mentor is how they call Braj Sundar Prabhu was telling. Read Bhagavatam every day. Read one chapter every day. Right? The goal is finish one canto in 1 week. If you can read, if you can go on reading, you can finish one canto. Like my record, I complete one canto in 1 day, 8 hours reading non-stop. Yeah, I did that. Because I just read the translation only. I just went through. I complete the entire Bhagavatam in 1 day. So it took me 18 days to complete the entire Bhagavatam. Because I was such a, what they call, a bookworm. From 8 o'clock in the morning until 6 p.m. Just go on reading. So, like that. So, but now, of course, there you have to flip the paper. But now, with the compilation, I think I can do it even faster. Okay. So, anyone else got anything to want to share? Thank you, Prabhu. I feel so very. No, don't feel very unfortunate, Mataji, because you have already completed your class today. Right? All by the mercy of Sri Guru and Sri Krishna. Okay. Anything else? You want to say something? Or shall we end the session? Wow, we targeted 9:30. We completed the verse and we complete the entire recital. And everyone is in ecstasy. All right. So, all okay? All right. So, I think all of you are in ecstasy, I think. So, not saying anything. So, what I will do is, we end the session here. But before that, I would like to give you an update. Starting on Monday morning at 9:30, we will continue. We'll start back our new chapter, what they call chapter 9, the Bhishma Dev, right? Bhishma Dev leaving the body, and he's going to give us instruction. So it's going to be very, very fascinating because the prayer, the word that Bhishma Dev is going to be like out of the world. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to learn about Sahasranamam. We're going to learn about ethics, etiquette, how to do, and Krishna. And also he said the tongue who don't chant the name of Krishna is equal to the tongue of a snake. Your tongue is useless if you can't chant the name of the Lord. So all these kind of wonderful things are there that will be revealed to us on Monday. So Kala Mataji, what do you do after that passing, for the next 13 days, you must recite Bhagavatam every day for your mother. Every single day, you must read Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? So today we have done. Today is Friday. Saturday, Sunday, try to read in your, if you have a Bhagavatam or you have anything, go to the database that read. And from Monday onwards, you connect online. So we read along with you and it also benefits your mother. All right? So thank you so much. And Jiva Gunalan, okay, welcome. I hope you can join all classes, or at least I believe you're watching online, right? All right. So if you watch online, please put a comment. I don't know who's watching online. Right? Just say like or just say something so I know you're there. All right. So thank you, Prabhus and Mothers. I'm so grateful. What else I can ask for? Such a beautiful association, beautiful people. I'm so grateful to Krishna and I'm so to be in your wonderful association. Gantrat Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai.
Right.
9, chapter 8, the prayers of Queen Kunti Ki Jai. And all glories to all wonderful devotees assembled here. Till we meet again on Monday. Mancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvevacha patitanam pavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo. Have a beautiful, wonderful weekend. See you again on Monday. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.